Good morning, everybody. All right, today I'm going to go through the next four filters of frame, funhouse, Gaussian, and glass block. Okay, they're not too difficult. They're actually kind of fun. This one is frame. Basically, all it does is kind of do a little picture-in-picture type thing. Squeezes the video down, puts this little black frame around it, has some little information on the bottom that you can see. Let's make this window a little bit bigger. Hide the event viewer and bring that up so that way we can see it a little better. So you've got some fake information down there, and we will go to the video effects, and you have different, well, let's do the amount. The amount actually is the squeeze, and then you have different different frames that you can choose from. Let's just go through them all. This one's corners, cream, decal edge, gold, green, white. Now they'll look better with a background, obviously, but these are just some fun little things that you can do to mess with. This makes it look like 35mm film. And of course you can animate them. So if I did, let's start here, and let's add another keyframe here and take the amount down to 0. So when we play it,
Detrás de una gran pizza hay un gran pizzero.
so you saw that, how it shrunk like that?
Detrás de una gran pizza.
Alright, so that's one effect we can do with that. Let's get rid of frame. And let's go now to Funhouse. And it makes a Funhouse mirror. So you can move it around. Now keep in mind, because this mirror is vertical, if I go up and down, it's really not going to do much. But you have other things that you can do as well. You have an amount, so you can make it bigger, more goofy. You have an angle. So as you move it around like that. And then you can also animate any of these. So you can animate the center. Alright, so now we have it kind of moving.
Detrás de una gran pizza hay un gran pizzero.
Okay, so that's Funhouse. Pretty straightforward and simple. Okay, Gaussian blur. This one I use all the time. And the main reason I use it is for backgrounds over everything else. You have an amount, horizontal, vertical, and then blur boost. Let's go through them real quick. Okay, your amount is basically just going to be how blurry you want it to be. You have between 0 and 100 for your amount. And I usually end up around 40 or 50 when I do it, because I use this for a background most often. Then you also have horizontal blur and vertical blur. So if I put this up at 100 with very little blur, let's go where it's nice and sharp. Okay, if I put this at 100 and I have no horizontal or vertical blur, it won't affect it. As soon as I start adding horizontal blur, you can see it blurring this way. And then when I add vertical blur, you can see it going this way. And if I have them both at 100%, then it just blurs in all directions. Okay, and then you have blur boost. It's going to do nothing when I have no amount. But let's say I go up to 20 and I start doing the blur boost. It's going to increase this by 16 times. So basically, let's go to 1. This is a blur of 16. It's about the same thing. So if I go to 2 and I take this all the way up, this should be a blur of about 32. So let's try it and see. So there you go. If I take this to 100, this will be a blur of 1600. So the blur boost is a multiplier, basically. Okay. And finally, glass blocks. It makes it look like the eye of an insect. All right, so we have the center, which picks the center of the video that this is going to focus on. We have the angle, which rotates the video. We have the scale. So we mess with these things, kind of looks a little weird, a little pixelated. And then you have this vignette. Let's bring the scale back up a little bit. We have this vignette here, which takes the black stuff off the edges. And you have a vignette blur, which is going to blur the edges as well. All right, so those are those 4 filters: frame, funhouse, Gaussian, and glass block. The next 4 we'll go through is glory and glow, which are somewhat look filters, and then graduated mask, which will be kind of fun, and then graphic. All right, thank you very much for watching.